Taurus, this is your general tarot reading for Taurus Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of May. And let me just say, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Taurus who's born in May. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday Taurus, and apologies for my singing. I mean, you are the singers of the zodiac, you rule the throat, so, you know, cut me some slack here. We can't all be as wonderful as you. So I hope you've been enjoying the Taurus birthday season already. It's the sun shining down on you, giving you all the nice things that you like. And what do you like? You like good food, good company. You know, you like fine things, fine wines, finding little nice cafes and restaurants where you can just find the best hot chocolate or coffee or whatever it is that you like. That's your pleasure. And that's what the sun is shining on nice clothes. Maybe you got a bunch of nice new clothes for your birthday, or for those who are still waiting on your birthday. Maybe that's what will happen. But you feel good, and so you should. And you know, what else as we open up the month? You've got the sun just shining on you in all your glory. And there's Mercury in the 12th house, so some communication. Oh, Mercury in the 12th house. And look, for your birthday, the first card that comes out is the Taurus card. Yeah, I think this is the card's way of saying happy birthday, Taurus. This is the Hierophant, the first card representing you. And I was just going to say Mercury in the 12th house, and this card is also quite a spiritual card. There might have been a moment as we leave April and enter May where you are kind of talking about more spiritual issues, deeper things. You're going deep into the darkest corners of your life and talking about them, sharing intimate things, because it's your birthday and maybe there's been a few glasses of wine. you kind of open up and talk about more meaningful things. And that's a good place for you, Taurus, because you are quite a deep soul and things do always have great meaning for you. So it's quite a nice time as we leave April for you to get an opportunity to talk about these spiritual or deep things. So that's quite nice. The Eight of Swords came out there, laying it down there. Venus in the 2nd house. So it's a lot about money. Maybe you've been enjoying spending money and receiving gifts, because the 2nd house can also say that you've been receiving some nice luxury items as presents. I certainly hope so. The Queen of Swords, lay her down there. 2 Swords cards. I'm talking about nice, pleasurable energies, and 2 quite tricky cards came out after your Taurus card, but we're going to talk about it, don't worry. Okay, a card fell on the floor, Taurus. I have to go get it now. Hang on. It's the 7 of Pentacles. This card can also be seen a bit like a Taurus card because it's the farmer, and Taurus does represent farming, cultivating, developing, growing something from the seed. And it's true actually for this whole month of May. The idea of growing something from seed is quite a theme for you, and I'll tell you why. Along with the sun in your house, and of course you need the sun to grow something, you've got Mercury moving into Taurus on the 13th of May. There's a new moon in Taurus, your house, on the 15th of May. And the 16th, Uranus, the big bolt of lightning, the unpredictable one, is moving into Taurus. So there's huge activity all for you. And why do I say planting the seed? Because you've Mars mid-month moving into your house of career. And with all the focus on you and your absolute self shining out there, you're just like liquid gold pouring out there, sunshine embodied. And Mars then energizing your career, something tells me that in May, you're going to like the feeling of being in the spotlight, like the feeling of having this gorgeous sense of self-value. It'll be a moment where you feel absolutely empowered, and you'll have an idea. And I think that idea will be something that pushes you out further into the spotlight. It's almost like you get an idea that you want to look for a promotion in your work, that you want to push further in whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe even set up your own business. You want to do something. You're so inspired and so revved up and so, I don't know, so alive, that when Mars comes in the mid-month and hits your career zone, you're going to say, I can do bigger, I can do bolder, I can do better. And because you're feeling all this earthy, sensual, nurturing energy, I really wouldn't be surprised if you decide, as two cards come out, Ace of Wands, new beginnings, yeah, and then independence, the Nine of Pentacles. I wouldn't be surprised, Taurus, if you decide in May that you want to branch out and do your own thing in your career, so that you bring new life to your career, which gives you a sense of independence and financial security. And you're not a lone wolf. Usually you like the company of other people, but when it comes to your career, I think that you might be inspired to set out to do something that separates you from the crowd a little bit, removing yourself from the herd. And sometimes the herd can be very comfortable for the bull, but you want to go out and you want to be independent, you want to work alone, and you want to watch something grow. Now you do, I mean, Taurus, the Uranus is moving into Taurus, and it's all about money, radical changes in money. And I think you're sensing it. Your super animal senses are smelling that you can step out and do something financially on your own. You can earn more money. You can do better. You're inspired. And as I'm telling you this, I'm just tuning into that kind of vibe that you're feeling. And it's an idea that needs to grow. It's not just about going out and getting a bunch of money, like winning the lottery. Although I really do hope you do, and don't forget me when you do. But it's more like you want to plant the seed, small investment, small something, in order for it to grow over a long period of time. And it will be quite a moment mid-May where you'll get it. You'll say, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I have a really good idea. And I have the confidence to push through with it. Taurus, what are you going to be doing? Now, what does Taurus love? We know you love food. Maybe you could be setting up a food company, a catering company, a restaurant, a cafe, or just doing something around food, or luxury items. The finest cars, the finest something, the best coffee machines. Or investing in something that comes from the earth, like raw materials of the earth. Maybe you'll decide to put a little money aside and invest in gold, or platinum, or something, even oil. And you're saying, I don't have that type of money. You don't have to have a huge amount of money to make a very small investment. You're investing in something. You believe at some point in May that you can plant a seed and watch it grow. Now I'm saying plant a seed and watch it grow, and we have this card which is about new life. Some of you might be planting the seed of new life and watching it grow, as this card hopped out, the Queen of Pentacles. And she's saying, yeah, that's true, but it's really more about the money. Okay, I get the point. You don't have to shout. The Seven of Cups just hopping out there, about dreams, putting your big plans out there for the universe to recognize the Four of Wands, waiting on 3 more cards, Taurus. So what else? We have Venus on the 19th moving into Cancer, which is your 3rd house of communication. So you'll find that communication at home certainly will be nice, it'll be pleasurable. Everything that's in your private life will be out for discussion. I mean, there's just this thing where you're not a terribly private person. You keep yourself to yourself. You're not very, very showy. But it's like, as we leave April and all through May, that you want to talk to people and communicate, particularly with those who are in a relationship with your lover. You'll want to talk about your big ideas, and you'll get deep about it. You'll go into it with them, and you'll share not the details yet. We're not at detail stage. We're more at the passion stage, more at, this is why I want to do what I do. This is why I want to get a small piece of land and grow vegetables. This is why I want to, become an interior designer. This is why. It's the passion, 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 passion. And it's all talking and communicating about that passion. And maybe somebody very close to you, your lover for those in a relationship, or somebody who might help you out financially, maybe a business partner, might really sit and listen to your dreams and passions, so I like that. Waiting on 2 more cards, they're quite slow. I'm guessing it's because you just like hearing about how passionate you're going to be for this fabulous birthing month. Oh, we have 1 card coming out there, the 3 of Wands. Right beside the 4 of Wands. What else is going on there? The Sun in Gemini, yeah, your 2nd house of finances at the 21st of May. The full moon then in Sagittarius, around the 29th of May, 2 cards come out. Towards the end of May, the ideas and dreams that you want to see grow and nurture through your birthday period, at the very end of the month, you'll begin to start looking at, okay, how do I finance this? What's the plan? How do I put this that it's a long-term investment? Do I need to speak to a financial advisor? Do I need to speak to a tax advisor? Do I need to get more people involved in this? Do I need to make it into a little community of people rather than do it on my own? Do I need to kind of get somebody to share their resources with me? If I have a dream to, say again, create a garden of some sort, that you can see something grow, I'm just using that as an example. Do I need to bring other people in who have this resource? Maybe I know somebody who has a piece of land that they're not using, that I can, talk to them about using it, So it's that kind of energy. It's just the energy I'm trying to explain to us. 2 of Swords, and the last card, the Knight of Cups. Love, 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 as you end the month, of course. But I mean, the love that we're bringing through May is more about the love that you have for your dreams, passions and desires now. The sense that you can ignite your own future. You can ignite your own path. And that's gorgeous. I love that, Taurus. So what I usually do at this point, Taurus, is I bring the camera down and we all look at the cards together. But I had a little poll survey on my Facebook page, She Bear Tarot. You should come there if you're not there already. And we decided we're going to change things up a bit. The vote was that they want to see the camera up here like this, and that was what they wanted. But we'll come to a compromise. I'll keep the camera up here, and right now, hopefully, you should be seeing a little overview, a little picture of the overall spread, so that we can have the best of both worlds. Isn't that how it is now for your birthday? You deserve the best of both worlds for your birthday, Taurus. You deserve the best of all worlds. And here we are, let's begin. So we begin with you, Taurus, the first card. This is you feeling fully empowered, committing to your power in some way. Because, as I said, you've got this great resurgence of yourself. It's like, oh my God, I'd forgotten how to be me. I'd forgotten that when I'm so me, I'm actually pretty cool. I'm pretty powerful when I'm really in my full power. I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to use this. And this is you recognizing that full power that you have, and also making a big commitment to yourself to say, I'm not letting this energy go. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to capture it, put it in a bottle and keep it, because I'm going to use this as my little genie in a bottle for my creativity and for planting the seed for my future prosperity. So he is now the energy of the genie in the bottle that you're going to capture to carry with you when the energy changes, and you'll say, oh, but I have it. I remember my full power. It looked like this. And that's what it's like. It looked like this. And you recognize too, Taurus, that now in May, as you see your full power, you look around and you say, gosh, I've been fairly trapped in my life when I wasn't stepping into my power, when I wasn't taking control of my own life, when I wasn't in the driver's seat. I actually ended up in a pretty strange place where I felt very trapped and hemmed in, where I felt imprisoned in my own life, where other people got to make the big decisions and I just had to go along with it, whether I liked it or not. Other people telling me what to do. And it's not an energy for you now in May. You can release yourself in the start of May of the mental pressures and anguish that you might have been experiencing, that you might have been experiencing a little bit in April. That stress can go, because Taurus is in its full power, full power. Didn't I say to you that you were having deeper conversations with people? I think some of those deeper conversations went down a road which brought you to the realization that you had a few hang-ups. That sounds bad. I don't mean to sound like that's an insult. I'm not saying you Taurus, you've got hang-ups. It's not like that. It's that you, through these conversations, these deeper conversations, you got moments where you saw where you were trapped in your life. Things that were holding you back, things that you couldn't move past, move on from, and kept you in a kind of stasis, in a kind of place that you couldn't move backwards, forwards, or sideways. And it's through the power that you now have in May that you get to unpick all of these, that you get to pull all of those swords and use the last sword to cut the things that bind you to a sense of powerlessness. Your power will cut through this sense of powerlessness. Now here we have this card. This is quite it has two meanings, and I'm going to go with one of these meanings here. Sometimes this card says you arrive at a point at the start of May where you put your foot down and you pretty much tell people how you feel about them. You feel attacked. You feel edged in, cornered, and it's almost like that you've been pushed, but what the ones that have been pushing you don't know is that you suddenly found your super strength in May. So while they're pushing you to trap you into certain things, perhaps to keep you small, your superpower comes out now and you rise. And you cut through that. And you cut through it like a hot knife through butter, Taurus. Quickly, efficiently, without any sentimentality. And that will shock a lot of people. It'll shock them because a lot of the times I think the people that push you into uncomfort zones, they kind of know that you're sentimental, that you won't shout at them, that you won't challenge them because you care for them, and some people might depend upon that. And there'll be a moment at the start of May where you'll be the one that turns and says, hold on a minute, forget about how much I love you, forget about how much I care deeply for you, forget about all that. You're going to taste my sword. And this big knife is not for cutting through a slice of cake for my birthday. This big knife is to chase you far from me. And that's really what it is. So be careful when you're cutting through your birthday cake that, that you don't use that same knife to say, stay away from me, stay away from me. So be kind, but do stand your ground. Definitely do stand your ground. This card can also be the spirit of real protection. And that's certainly something you're going to experience, Taurus, in May. You see here, this is the guy, like the farmer, like you, planting a seed and watching it grow. It's the investment card, wanting to really put some serious and deep thought into cultivating something of value. And here we have the Queen of Swords standing by it and guarding it. So there is the energy of being protected and guarded as you develop this plan, as you want to reshape your life, as you want to ask for more money for what you do, as you want to move ahead in your career, as you want to create something of your own. There is this card of being, or the energy of being protected. Because watch what she's doing. There's you looking down at what you're trying to cultivate and grow, and she's, look, her hand is saying to the crop, rise, rise, grow, grow. And when it's harvest time, she'll cut it. So that's the spirit of protection there. And when you are developing your project, whatever that might be, you might need somebody on your side who is a bit of a taskmaster, somebody who isn't as emotional and passionate about what they're doing, because you need also that energy of somebody who says, let's focus on this, let's focus on that, let's, come on, right, keep doing what you're doing, she's saying with the hand. I encourage this, but don't forget, if you get too out of hand, if you kind of spend money too wildly, or if you don't know what you're doing, if you haven't thought this through, I'm going to use this to put you back into your place. So it's a kind of a tough love, but it's certainly a love. It's certainly something protective, you know. Now, here we have the Ace of Wands, new opportunities, new growth, new life. Consider this card like a match. And then it's, you strike the match and it's on fire. And what is fire? Fire is life. You have a new life. Like I said, some of you might be welcoming a new child or a new pet, or some new life into your world. And certainly in terms of your passions and your ideas for the future, the match is lit, you're lit, and it's been handed to you divinely, so you're ready to make it happen. You've the energy for it. You've the energy. And here we have this card standing beside it. I mean, you're lit up, you're ready to go, you're fully energized to stand confidently and proudly in what you do, to feel satisfied and completely at ease financially and with a sense of security. To feel that you know what you're doing. This card also represents deep in your spirit, knowing what you're doing, being on a true path and expanding that path, opening it up with a real sense of passion. And you're ready to do that. You're ready to open up your money with a real sense of passion. And bring it, expand it, make it grow, make it grow. And it will give you this wonderful sense of independence. And I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. Whatever it is you're going to do, even though you might have the help of others, you might need other people's resources, Taurus, but still, what you ultimately want at the end is to be self-sufficient. You want to be able to stand on your own. You want to take yourself out of the machine of life, and you want to use your own skills, your own talents to make something more of your life. I love that. I really love that. And again, the Queen of Pentacles saying the same thing. She is this wonderful attractor. Now remember, you're ruled by Venus, and Venus is a queen, the great magnet, the attractor. And here we have another queen, Pentacles and Earth card. So this is, we can say it would be like Venus in the Earth element, which is you, Taurus. And she is sitting there, and she fully knows her own value. She knows her own sense of self-worth. She knows her mojo. She knows it and knows it well. And when people come to her, she's clear, focused on having this inner value. And people are inspired by that. And I think that's what it is. Not only are you inspired by the energy of your sense of true worth and true value, other people, as we go through May, will also be shocked and amazed by what seems like a great big turnaround in you. Maybe some of you will even be changing your appearance, cutting your hair, or doing a different style, changing entirely how you dress, changing something maybe about your health, losing weight or gaining muscle or whatever it is you're doing. Your outer body is going to reflect the inner work, and the inner work says, I love myself fully, completely and wholly, and that will be then reflected outwards. So when people see you mid-month, Taurus, they're going to be quite, wow, you look great, what are you doing? And you just say, I'm just doing on the outside what I always did on the inside, and that is be fabulous. And that's the energy. This queen is also very nurturing, very caring, healing. Some of you might be very involved also in the healing art of food. Some of you could become very interested in that, using food as medicine, or recognizing that your diet, as wonderful and rich as it is, it probably needs to expand a bit and be more diverse so that you can feel the benefits of the food you're eating in your body. And it's that kind of relationship. And also in terms of intimacy and sexuality, she would be very in touch with her sense of sensuality. And that's something that's certainly going to come out in the month of May. You will just be presenting yourself as somebody quite tactile, quite soft, quite Venusian, quite beautiful. But didn't we say that last month, that we were going to sit back and take a seat and enjoy the view? Well, that doesn't stop, baby. That keeps going all through May. And I mean, what a view. What a view. But what are you viewing? I mean, while we're all looking at you, what are you looking at? You're looking at this. You're stepping out of the shadows now in your full power, and you're looking up to the future. You're looking to the skies and saying, now that I've my power back, I see the potential. I see my own value, I see my own worth, and I see what I can potentially become. And I can have all my dreams and wishes if I really want it. If I really plant the seed and watch it grow, I can have everything I want, actually. It's like that moment at mid-month, mid-May, where you go, I'm not going to dream about this, that and the other. I can actually make it happen. It's not up here. It's not in my dreams. I can put this out there. I can actually make this work. I can do it physically, really. And so you're putting your big ideas out there, sharing your visions, sharing your hopes and desires for what it is that you want, the treasures that you want in your world. Now, here are one of the big treasures you will want in the world with this card. At the end of the month, you have two cards here talking about marriages, weddings, expressing love in a very, very, very big way, but also through a traditional way. So we say that because it's a traditional expression of love, we say it's marriage. Some of you could be literally getting married in May. I know we're kind of at the season for many of us now to go to weddings and for weddings to happen. But for you, Taurus, you could be either popping the question, because this card is a big declaration of love. You could be telling somebody, I love you and I'm committing to you. I'm going to stand by you. I'm with you all the way, baby. It's that kind of energy. So for those of you who might be getting married, I wish you every success and congratulations. For those of you who are welcoming a new life into your world, congratulations. And for those of you who are just declaring how much you love somebody or something, congratulations. And also, this is you shouting from the rooftops how much you're in love with yourself now. And not in a vain, weird way, but you love yourself as we go through May and leave May. And you're going to let people know that. You're going to express it. But here we see this. We go from the Four of Wands to the Three of Wands. So you'll be, sure, having this big declaration of love and saying it out there for the world. I announce that I am this. I want to tell everybody this. And then you'll be taking a little bit of a step back. And you'll be taking a little bit of a step back to go back into the big details. To feel inspired, to feel, why did you make this big declaration of love? Well, I made it because I looked out onto my horizons and I saw greater potential. I saw a world that's ready to be conquered. So it'll be like, this is how I feel, and these are the reasons why I feel it, and people will be mesmerized by you. You'll be so inspiring to a great many people, and whatever it is that you're doing in May, to increase your money, to increase your sense of self-value, to live an authentic life that's empowering for you. People are going to be very impressed and inspired by it. Now we come to this card, which is you towards the end of the month saying, can I really do this? Can I really push ahead? Can I really go for this? I mean, it's all well and good thinking about it and dreaming about it, but can I do it? The answer is, if you just relax, take your mind out of it, relax. Stop trying to be in the middle all the time. Stop trying to say, well, on one hand, if I do it this way, then that'll be good. But on the other hand, if I do something, that'll be bad. And you're kind of bouncing between, this is a great idea. No, this is a terrible idea. For those of you old enough to remember the Muppets, do you remember the two old guys up in the balcony? I thought it was terrible. I thought it was good. Yeah, it was great. No, it was bad. So it's a bit like that. And the idea here at the end of the month is for you to really trust the energy that you captured like a genie in a bottle. Get that out again and remind yourself that when you reach points of indecision about whether you can or can't do X, Y, or Z, that you have the power. You don't need to stay stuck. You don't need to remain undecided. And for some of you, you might be a little bit undecided about, where is Venus going? So, of course, the new moon there in Taurus and then Venus in Cancer. For some of you, should I say it? Some of you might be a little bit undecided in some of your relationships, some of the people that you care about. Those of you in a long-term relationship towards the end of the month, you might feel that you need a bit of space. You need a bit of time out. You need a bit of a break away. And maybe it's more like you need to have a conversation, again, for those in a relationship, where you say, look, we have a great thing going on, but I need you to allow me this time for me to just focus on me, for me to focus on going out there, creating something new for myself, creating this big vision that I have in my dreams and my hopes. Can you cut me some slack? Maybe kind of give me free space if you've got kids or whatever. Say, can we have this conversation where you might help out a bit more so I have extra free time to think about how to move forward with my creative projects? So it's kind of like that. Those who are in a relationship, it'll be that conversation where you might need your partner to take on a little bit of extra help so that you can pursue something. And if you're having that conversation, will you please have it in a way where your partner doesn't at any point feel like they're being taken advantage of? Make it clear from the start that you do want a little bit of leeway, extra wiggle room to pursue your goal. And it's not because you're dumping a bunch of shit on them. Be subtle, be gentle, and be fair with them, okay? And for those who are single, at the end of the month, this fabulous energy that you're experiencing all through your birthday season is going to make you feel so empowered that you're going to get on your horse and just rock that love machine out there. You really are. You're going to be attracting everybody, and you're also at the end of the month not just enjoying all the flirtations and enjoying all the kind of fun, you're actually saying, no, it's time. It's time to take this also seriously. It's time to bring somebody into my world who I genuinely love. I need to dust myself down a little bit. I need to fully embrace my sensuality and my big heart. I need to share that with somebody. And at the end of the month, that's exactly the mission you're on, to go find your true love. Now, maybe you'll find it in June. It doesn't exactly say that you'll find it in May, but you begin that journey of, it's almost like tuning in your aura, setting it to stun mode, where you're saying, okay, I'm giving off the vibes now. I'm ready. I'm ready for love. I'm ready to start again. I'm ready to release any baggage. You remember, I'm ready to release and let go of some stuff that might have been holding me back. And now, yeah, definitely I'm ready. I'm ready for love. Definitely ready for love. Those are the singles. And everybody else, some of you, like I said, are ready for a wedding. And I hope the sound of those wedding bells fill you with great joy and happiness. And for those experiencing a new life, congratulations again. Taurus, for your birthday again, I'll just say happy birthday to you and have a wonderful, wonderful time. And if this is the first time seeing my videos, then please subscribe. You can join me on Facebook, She Bear Tarot. I'm on Twitter and Instagram too. And come back next month. And I'm going to leave you with a big birthday kiss. Mwah. And see you next month, Taurus. Love you.